You want to make YouTube videos or become a content creator? These are my 7 things that you need to get started on YouTube. Hi guys, welcome to Finesse Gaming. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. So today's video is going to be a list of the 7 items that I would say you need to get started on YouTube or making some form of video content. These are things that are most important that all YouTubers and videographers will need, and we're going to go over them one by one in no specific order. We will put the most important ones at the beginning, but the rest we'll just put in any order. So this is based for anyone who hasn't started a YouTube channel yet or has only just started. Take a little look. These are the things that I would say are the most important, the key things that you need to at least to begin with making YouTube videos. And guys, if you do enjoy the video, please drop a like, hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on. Your support will be hugely appreciated. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Let's roll the intro. Let's go. Okay, first things first, and this is quite obvious I suppose, but you need a camera. So I'm using a Sony a5100 here to record this with. This is the camera I use for making videos. I've got another YouTube channel as well that I make videos using the same camera. And you don't need like a specific camera like this one if you've got an iPhone, which is just, well, maybe not quite as good, but it's still good. You're a good start with that. And I will say some of these things we're going to go over, your iPhone will cover quite a few of them. So if you do have an iPhone or a Samsung or any smartphone that's good enough with a good camera, then you probably have 3 or 4 of these things covered with that already. But a good camera will go a long way, okay? There's a lot of people on YouTube now with some of the highest end cameras. So if you're kind of beginning, this is probably one of the most important things, one of the most important investments you will make is getting a good camera to begin with. If you look back at my earlier videos, my first video, when I did a review of the Pro 2, the keyboard I've got in front of me, you'll see that this wasn't the camera I was using. It was just a standard Logitech camera in this room, which was quite dark. And the quality between that one and this one is a huge difference. So if you can afford it, and if you can save up a little bit, wait to buy one of these cameras, a specific camera for making videos and for vlogging. So like I said, this is the Sony a5100. There are plenty of cameras out on the market. They range from anywhere between maybe 250 for an okay one all the way up to well over £1,000, £2,000 for some. So this one is about £400. The only downside to this one is that it doesn't come with an external microphone input, which is something you would need to think of if you're making content out in the open somewhere where you're going to need a microphone attached to the camera. I have got a separate video altogether of how I can do it with this camera, which I will link in the description above. I'll put it up there somewhere. And yeah, let's have a little look at that. But that's a consideration when you're buying your first camera, is does it have an external microphone? And if not, do you really need one? And if you do really need one, save up for that extra bit of money because they are a bit more expensive. Okay. Next, probably the second most important thing is what you're listening to me from. This is my microphone that I'm using here in the office. It's a Blue Yeti, but a microphone of some sort. So like I said, this camera comes with a built-in microphone. It's not that good. It's okay to begin with, but it's not the best. So if you use a camera like this, you need to make sure you either can attach an external microphone or use a workaround, which I use my iPhone for, and I attach a microphone on my collar here and I link that to my iPhone and I link the 2 audios together. Again, video up above, you can watch that. But yeah, a microphone that's decent so people can hear you. The 2 most important things is they can see you and hear you. So make sure you've got decent microphone, decent camera to begin with. And guys, you don't have to spend loads of money, okay? You can buy microphones for hundreds of pounds. There's no point to do that at the very beginning. If you're happy with the microphone that's on the device that you've got, use that, okay, to begin with. There's a good way of starting off. You want to keep costs when you begin as low as you possibly can. Spend the money on the most important things. And these 2 are probably the most important. So this is where you want to spend the bulk of your money, but don't splash out too much. There's no point, okay? So spend a few £100 maybe on a camera, and you don't want to be spending more than 60, 70, maybe up to £100 if you really want to on a microphone, okay? This one, I think I bought this on sale. It was only something like £70 and this is in here. So spend up to about that, but don't spend too much. Okay, next, and this is dependent upon where you make your videos, if you're outside, inside, in the day or in the night. So I'm in a dark-ish room at night, so I need good lighting. And the main thing with lighting to get the camera to work as you want it to is have good lighting so that you can see you clearly and the background could be blurred or unblurred, it depends where you are. But make sure you've got some lighting on you. You want to be lighting up the subject or whatever it is that you're going to be focusing on with the camera. So just spend a bit of time thinking about how you can do that. In this office, I'm obviously in a fixed space, so I've got an Elgato key light up there, I've got another spotlight over here, and I actually use the monitors to light up a little bit as well, so it adds a bit more light to the room. I've got backlights behind me, which you can see are the colourful ones. So we've got plenty of lighting in the room, but this is a dark room, so I need that lighting. If you're out in the daytime or outside anywhere, then maybe you don't need all that. Just consider what you do need with lighting if you're indoors, and consider what time of day you're making your videos. So those guys are probably the three most important things to begin with, okay? So camera, microphone, and lighting. Now, if you do have, like I said, a smartphone, which I'm assuming you do have, then you kind of have all three of those to begin with straight off the bat. So you can make good YouTube videos depending upon where you are, especially if you're outdoors making them, then you don't need to worry about the lighting. You've already got a good camera on a smartphone, and you can have a decent microphone, especially on a smartphone. If you can add an external mic, maybe attach it to your collar, you can get a very, very good high quality microphone for not much money. So that's the good news. You can start a YouTube video for very little money in that case, okay? So if you're going to do that, it's worth thinking about. Now consider the next 4 options, because maybe 1 or 2 of these you also have with your iPhone or your Samsung, but the others you might not. So that might be where it takes a bit more time to get used to it. Okay, so the good news is these next 4 are relatively cheap, if not free. Well, some of them are free. So that's a good thing. So if you do have a smartphone, then the next 2 you will already have. So the next one is going to be a computer of some sort. So PC I've got here, this is how I do all the video editing that I need to do. If you've got an iPhone, you've got it already. So you can use it on the standard app for making videos, and then you can edit it in iMovie or Samsung's equivalent, whatever that may be. So you've already got that technology there. You don't need a computer. You could literally upload straight from there. If you don't, though, have an iPhone and you're going to use a camera, you'll obviously need a PC of some sort or a laptop or something to upload the videos. So when you upload the videos, then you're going to need the video editing software. So this is the part that's usually free. There's usually free versions of every one, but you can actually spend a bit of money getting the pro versions. There's no point to begin with. Just go for the free ones and just learn how to edit videos. The key to it is probably to start with a video that you can actually practice with. So you can make mistakes, don't worry about it, but have a little go at doing some video editing to begin with. Learn the shortcuts, learn the ways around it. It does take quite a long time to make your first video. The first one I actually made took well over probably 3 or 4 hours, and it wasn't that long a video, just for me to get used to all the different keys and what they all do, and how to move around the video and how to edit things and cut things out. So that takes a bit of time to get used to. So take your time getting used to that, and then it's very, very straightforward. So these videos nowadays aren't taking me too long at all to edit. So yeah, PC of some sort or a laptop and video editing software. Okay, so the next 2 are completely free, which is good news. The first one, and this is dependent upon what kind of videos you do make, but you need to find some sort of quiet space. Now, again, that's 100% dependent upon what videos. You may not want to find a quiet space. You may be doing vlogging out in the open and you need people around. But generally, if you're going to make videos, if there are going to be any sort of review videos or outdoor videos where you're the one talking, you need to find a space where you can actually make the video without being distracted, without too much going on. Obviously, in an office here, it's great. So this is in my house, but the rest of the house is quite hectic. So I make my little room in here, so I've got a quiet space so I can just come in, concentrate, crack on with what I need to do on the PC and get the work done. I cannot stress how important that is, to have something separate away from everything else. So all of the other stuff going on in your life can take a little back seat and you can just concentrate on what you need to do. It makes the task at hand so much easier to do and actually to get done in a quick time. And the last one of our 7 is make an action plan. So maybe write down your video that you want to make, write down the little notes for it, and actually come up with a plan to go ahead and do that video. I took so long to make the first video because I didn't have an action plan. I wasn't really concentrating on what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure what I wanted to say. So it did take quite a while for me to go ahead and do it. I ended up making an action plan. I wrote everything down on a little piece of paper, wrote everything down actually on my notes on a PC so I could read off them, and away we went. So make sure you get an action plan in place so that you're ready in your head to go ahead and make that video and you won't have any issues when you're making it. So just go ahead and write down your action plan first so that you know what you're doing. Okay, I'm going to do a bonus little tip. So the 8th tip is you have to at some point go ahead and press that record button. So if, like me, I've had a YouTube channel for years and years, but I just watched other people make content on it. You have to go ahead and press that record button. It's a very difficult thing, amazingly, to do. To put your content out there for people to watch you and to see you and to judge you is actually quite a difficult thing when you first do it. So once you've got your action plan, once you've got all your equipment and you made your video, go ahead and press that record. Don't mess about. That action will lead to results. You've just got to go ahead and do it and then keep doing it. So don't be scared to go ahead and press that record button. Don't be scared to go ahead and maybe go live or whatever you're going to do on YouTube or make videos. But go ahead and press those buttons and you'll reap the rewards. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please consider dropping a like, hit the subscribe button and turn the notifications on. Your support will be hugely appreciated. You can also find me streaming on Twitch and Facebook. Links will be in the description below. If you want to come and check them out, it'd be great to see you there. Also guys, all the things that I use for YouTube videos and content creation, I will link in the description below. If you want to check them out, the links will be there. You can go ahead and take a look. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, these are the 7 things to begin with. If you want to start off making a YouTube channel and make YouTube content, these are the 7 most important things. The 3 at the beginning, the camera, the microphone and the lighting being the 3 most important. And if you do already make YouTube content, we're going to go over eventually some other things, some more in-depth things in the future to make your content even better. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video guys. And until next time, keep gaming, keep safe, good night, GG.